So we met at Bradley University. I'm originally from the suburbs of Chicago. Casey's from near Springfield. We met in a very romantic setting, Calculus 2. We got married, decided to have our first kid. Eli came into the picture, and he was a blessing. We got pregnant with Silas, and everything seemed to be going pretty well.
Yeah, I was really just excited for Eli to have a brother, and to just keep growing our family. I think it was, I was excited how close they'd be in age, so they'd probably be like good friends. I went late with Eli, and so I expected to be late with Silas, but we went to the hospital. It was 5 days early, and on our way there, we got pulled over by the police. I just feel like that's an important part of his birth story. After he was born, he was little, which was kind of surprising. And then the nurse, I just remember her saying there are a few genetic markers, markers or signs, and we're just like, what does that even mean? So she kind of explained what they were and went through. She said, the signs point to him potentially having Down syndrome. So I think that it kind of really shocked us and threw us. We had no clue what that would mean for our future and our lives, what that meant for Silas after he had been born, and he seemed to be doing okay to us. So we stayed in the hospital like a typical stay. He was great. They did an echo on his heart, which is a big concern, and his heart was fine, and he was just a really healthy kid. Then they did the official genetic testing, and we got that back. It felt really overwhelming for sure. It was hard because it was just so unexpected, and I'm someone who's really loves a good plan, and just didn't know that, that was not in my plan, so.
I totally believe that our God is sovereign, but the lies I was believing were what did I do that caused this? How is this going to negatively impact our normal family experience? The one thing I remember Casey saying through a lot of just running back to the car to get stuff and whatever, at one point where we did have the opportunity to slow down, Casey said, I just feel so honored that God would entrust Silas to us. I think that really connected with one of God's promises that I think really pulled my mind out of believing a lot of those lies. In 1 Corinthians, God says, God took what is weak in the world to shame the strong. God shows what is foolish in the world to shame the wise. Silas, he seems weak. He seems like someone who wouldn't be able to contribute a lot in a lot of different ways. But the reality is, once you do get to experience Silas, you see how much of a blessing he is to your life. And I think that does kind of reflect Christ, who came and he came in weakness. He was God, and he had everything, and he limited himself. He became weak, and he was the one who was able to offer help, unlike anybody else was.
I think my hopes are just that he would continue to grow up and have a childhood and have fun hanging out with friends. We desire that Silas would grow to know God and love God, and that's what his life would be about, not how much money can he make, or what is he able to do, or what is he, how many friends does he have, or all those things. Those are not the true value of Silas's life. The value is that he's been created in God's image and that he's loved by God.